So I really like that video because it helps us think about how we can solve problems outside of the box and the normal way of thinking. I'm not very good at this, and so I thought this was a cute video to kind of remind me that sometimes we got to look for solutions in unexpected places and to think of things differently. So it's a good reminder that sometimes we have to change our paradigm or the way that we see things. So we're going to go through this agenda today. Each one of our staff meetings will have an agenda very similar. We'll go through some general information, and then I'll have upcoming dates. And when we do a flipped staff meeting, if you have any questions that I have not answered here on this video, please come see me. I can send emails out or share that information with everybody if it's something that everyone needs to know. So the first thing I wanted to remind you of is that we do have building goals for this school year. These goals were developed by our Lighthouse School Improvement Team, and they are posted on Google Classroom. You probably noticed that yesterday I had posted quite a few items. These are all items that I wanted to discuss with you, and I wanted you to be able to find easily. So I posted them on Google Classroom. So we're going to click over there and find our building goals, just as a reminder of what we're going to be working on this school year. So on Google Classroom, anytime I post anything, you're going to notice that it appears up at the top, but over to the left, you're going to see different topics. For example, we have 2017-18 information. Obviously, that was last school year, so you're going to probably ignore that unless there's something you wanted to look at from last year. This is for this school year, 2018-19. So if it's anything that just pertains to this school year, I probably chose that as a topic. Or you can look down here. There are some other items of interest like ballot issue, curriculum, data teams, anything dealing with dyslexia. So I try to put those in topics so you can just click on those and find those easily. Anytime you want to get back, just click this back arrow, and then you can find the main stream with the most recent things posted. So if you scroll down here, you're going to find that I had posted our 2018-19 school year elementary building goals. So if you click on that, we should have 4 goals that deal with our culture and our academics here at Shelbina and also at Clarence. So the first goal deals with attendance, and this is an MSIP-5 guideline that states that 90% of the students are in attendance 90% of the time. We've met this goal year after year. It is really great to see that our kids want to be here. I appreciate that Mrs. Snyder recognizes those kids during morning gathering this morning with the attendance flags. So we'll continue to recognize students for meeting that goal each month. The second goal that we have is that our South Shelby Elementary Schools average evaluate score in ELA and math will be equal to or above 75% by May of 2019. So we are taking the evaluate test now. Remember, that's the first 10 days of each month. And we'll be able to track that data out in the hallway on the bulletin board that is right next to our board with the cardinal keys. So I'm going to talk with Ms. Rinkemeyer and also the other people on that committee to see if we can get that bar graph up there so that people can see it. For goal 3, we have 90% of students that will perform on grade level in ELA and math or make a predetermined growth target. We listed our local assessments, and then we defined what those growth targets would be. So either we want them on grade level according to where our reading and math levels are, or they can grow 100 points for SRI, and they can do 1 grade level advancement on the beginning and ending Rigby and reading A to Z. This, of course, is going to be for the lower elementary students. The predetermined growth target for math, we're giving a pre-test and a post-test in Envision. It's the same test at the beginning and end of the year. And our target, our half the distance target, is the maximum possible score plus the pre-test score divided by 2. Also an increase of 5% each month on Evaluate. So those are the different targets and how we define those. So this should be measurable for you, and I appreciate those of you who have already forwarded your scores to me. Finally, the last goal that we have deals with our Leader in Me program. Students will be provided with leadership opportunities and instruction using the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People during the school year, and that we will measure this by our use of leadership notebooks, and also the elementary lighthouse and school improvement team will be monitoring this with our MRA results. This is a survey that we take at the end of the school year, and that will help us to see if we're reaching those goals. So these are our four goals for the year. So I want you to keep these in mind and just make sure that everything that we're doing in school is working towards reaching these goals.